What is going on, guys, on Facebook and YouTube if you're watching this? So basically this is going to be a dual live stream perspective. So if you're watching this after the fact, or if you're just joining us, I'm going to wait for more people to hop in here. But basically you could go to facebook.com/H2O plants and you could take a look at the actual tank being set up in front of me. And on YouTube you can watch me on camera if you were watching on Facebook. So with that said, I'm going to wait for a couple more people to get in here, and then we're going to begin. So basically, we're live streaming, scaping several different scapes. I have a ton of rocks behind me over here. Excuse the mess behind me for those of you watching on YouTube. I know it's a mess. We're working on it here. So bear with me. What up, Tanks? What up, Oki? So yeah, so we're, like I was just saying, for those of you just joining us, you could check us out on Facebook as well to see the perspective of the tank that we're scaping, and it's basically head on. It's directly in front of me here. It's a little bit in the way, but that's okay. I'll work around it, and we'll get it done. What up, Matthew? So the whole thing is, if you're watching on YouTube and Facebook, mute the Facebook stream, watch on YouTube, and you can kind of see what we're going to be doing here. I thought this would be a clever way, and I'm just using a 10-gallon tank here. I have a 10-gallon simple tank that you'd pick up from like Petco or PetSmart. Pretty simple stuff. And I just realized I need to plug in my other phone. And what's going on also with this is the rockscapes you're going to be able to actually buy as we build these. I'm going to be taking photos, isolating them, and that'll be a scape that you can actually go on the site and purchase. So I'm going to get your feedback of what you guys think looks cool. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of sand to work with. I only have a small amount, probably an inch or so. So I can't do anything crazy, but at least I could get the placement of the stones, figure out what is a good scape, and then somebody can go on the website and purchase it if they want, or other people that wander onto the site can also take a look. What's up, Floyd? Hi, how's it going, Matthew? Alright, so Jake's doing his job. He's sharing people. Can people give you dimensions and you make them escape? I certainly could do that. Right now I only have 50 pounds of stone, or 54 pounds of stone. So this is really just a rough kind of launch of it. I want to see if it's popular, if somebody wants this stuff. It is called Ryu stone. It's similar to Cerio stone. It looks a little bit different. Just for a close-up on YouTube, this is kind of what it looks like. The lighting's not the best here because I put all my lighting on the tank, but also on Facebook, this is what it's looking like. Ryan, no Instagram today because my phone is charging it and I actually need it to take photos. So yeah, so this is the stone we're working with. Don't forget to check out the boosts on the website, everyone. Yeah, make me escape, 12 by 12 by 12. I'll work on that. Yeah, also, quick announcement, I have tons of boosted philandra now on the site. It's ready to go. You can go and purchase it. Limited quantities available. What you see is what you get. Huge clumps ranging from $15 to $40. And I kind of lowered the prices. Some things I would normally charge $35 for, only charging $30. So they're already discounted off the bat. Cerio? No, it's called Ryu stone. That's what I'm working with. Ryan from Facebook says, hey, I saw your video of the local fish shops. I was working when you came in. Didn't realize that was you. Oh, well, that's cool, Ryan. What fish store do you work at? I didn't think I would be recognized. I was just going in there, just filming some stuff. They were all pretty cool. How's it going, Michael? Alright, so first things first, what I have to do is I gotta weigh out about 10 pounds of stone, so that way I have a good base to work with. What's going on, Jonathan? So I'm gonna weigh out 10 pounds just to kind of see what amount of stones I have to work with, and then we'll start building the scape. So what I'm doing is I have about 5 to 6 big stones, and every kind of irigami or other type of aquascapes, they start with a big stone and then you work your way to slightly smaller stones. So I'm no professional scaper by any means, but this is at least something that I know that if somebody did want to purchase stone, they would like a big stone and then several complementing stones. So that's what we're working with. So I'm going to try and find stones that are going to complement this particular rock. And for those of you watching on Facebook, I'll show you what this is. So this is almost 3 pounds, 2.7. So I'm just going to place that there for right now. We'll get the rest of the stone going here. So let's go through this. Let's see. So I have 2.7 pounds already. So I'm going to work out another 7 pounds and leave a pound, or leave a half a pound out, so that way I can play around with a couple different smaller stones as we work our way through here. So that brings us up to 6. Like this. So this puts us at 7.1 combined with the 2.7, so that brings us up to 9.8. So almost 10 pounds, which is pretty good. Rule of thirds, my guy. Yep, rule of thirds. Rules to nature. How's it going, Zach, on Facebook? So I got a couple stones here. We're going to start placing them in the tank. And I'm going to try and... I'm going to lay these out on the table in front of the tank. You guys won't be able to see it on Facebook or YouTube, but I'm going to kind of go off the way these stones look. And it's actually quite a bit of stone, so you can actually rearrange these and kind of make cool little scapes out of it. So let's just kind of see. And by no means am I a professional scaper, but I'm gonna at least try and get something that is somewhat appealing, and that way people that buy the stone can maybe mimic what I'm doing or see it and get inspired and do their own kind of thing. So this stone, this actually one needs to be washed a little bit, but it should work. Oh, this is rather long. So this is a 10-gallon tank that we're working with, like I said, and just gonna plop it down here. Let's see how this goes. Who said aqua? I said aqua. What's up? Why 10 pounds? So 10 pounds is a good beginning weight to start with. Like I said, this is a 10-gallon tank. So on bigger tanks, like a 20-gallon tank, you might want 20 pounds of stone. So you could look at 2 bunches that I make on the website, and you could essentially map it out. And I figured a 10-gallon is a good benchmark to use. But with that said, I may actually make one of 5 pounds just for those of you with a smaller tank. I know some people out there have nano tanks, so... Are the stones on the website yet? No, the stones are not on the website yet. But basically what I'm doing is the building of the scape that I'm doing right now, this will be one lot. So whatever this comes out to be, if this is the 10 pounds, this is going to get photographed and then uploaded on the site later on, so you'll be able to see it. So this will be Hardscape setup number 1 if you want to purchase it on the site when we're done. And depending on how much time it takes to do all this, there may be probably about 4 more on the website. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to look at the stone and get matching ones. Like this really quite doesn't match the other stones that we have in the tank, so I'm not going to put that one in. I want to get stones that look similar in size and textures and all that, so it helps blend it nicely. If it doesn't have a similar texture, it's not going to look natural. What's up, Petonics? What's up, life at school? It's going well. How's it going for you? Do you offer a no snail guarantee on your plants? Stubby, I cannot do that because the plants that I get grow from nurseries, and they do have snails. However, they're not pest snails. They are regular pond snails, which don't damage the plants. And you could always do a bleach dip if you're worried about getting snails or snail eggs on your plants. as well as use like an assassin snail in your tank, and or just limit the amount of food that they have. So if you do proper maintenance and you don't overfeed, the snails won't really be able to populate and become a nuisance by overpopulating and kind of just really taking over. And yeah, so I can't guarantee it, but that's what you can do to try and limit the amount of snails that you get. So let's see. What fish are going in it? So no fish are going in this tank, Zach. This will actually be rocks that you can purchase on the website. These are basically mock-ups that I'm doing so I could take some nice photographs. And this lot you will be able to buy. So, but thank you for the question. Did you pick up the tanks yet? No, I didn't, because they didn't call me that they were in. So this weekend I actually plan on renting a van, going and picking up as many as I can from whatever Petcos have the tanks, and get them then, because I need them. I need to get them over here so I could start building the stands as well. Snails are good. Snails are good for the most part. They'll eat dying plant matter. I bred mystery snails in my tank, so I wanted to make sure. That's fine. Yeah, the snails that I have, though, you won't have to worry about them with mystery snails, and if anything, the mystery snails will probably outcompete them for food, so they won't be able to repopulate. So I'm really liking this. Let me just move the camera slightly. It looks like it's off angle. Can you do a Eastern Water Dragon tank? What is an Eastern Water Dragon? I think this spot here is empty. I'm just going to pull you guys back on Facebook a little bit. There you go. Later, who said Aqua? Night. Would beta cut down on snails? Betas don't really eat snails. Really, the only thing that really will kill snails are clown loaches. Other similar loaches like yo-yo loaches, I do believe, eat them. Assassin snails, and like pea puffers and other types of puffers will eat snails. But primarily, snails won't be able to survive if you don't have enough food for them to repopulate. So. Do you plan on going to the CMAS show this Saturday in Illinois? I don't. I have tons of other things to do, so I will not be attending that convention. So I was at 9.8 before. This stone doesn't quite fit with the thing that I'm going with, so that removes a whole pound right there. So I'm going to try and get another rock here that weighs roughly about a pound. This is 1.2, so this actually brings us up to our goal weight here. So I just want to try and find placement. Kind of sucks that I don't have a whole lot of sand to work with here because I can't prop things up the way I'd like to. Mainly because this is the only sand that I had left over. But, yeah. What kind of rocks are you using? I am using, these are called Ryu stone. Oh, and it's a water lizard. Okay, Zach. Can you do a Eastern Water Dragon tank? I don't know what they really like. I've never actually heard of them, so. Hey. The left side looks awkward. It kind of does look awkward. Nope. Down, honey. Down, down, down. Okay. I know. How is the new dog? She's coming alright. Still, had a couple minor accidents. She got out of her cage. Again, she destroyed the cage that she was in. So I got a new crate with stronger bars that she shouldn't be able to bend the way she bent the other ones. And yeah. Any new plants this week? I got actually a ton of Busa philandrid, for those of you asking, up on the website now. So you could actually go onto the website and check those out. Honey, can you stop? I'm trying to do stuff. She hears me talking and she thinks I want to play. Oh, nope. Honey, stop. She's like ruining the tripod right now. I have to move it around. Okay, there we go. No, stop it. Okay. The left side looks awkward. Well, Jake, I am no professional scaper, so it's not going to look the best, but I'm sure somebody with more talent than I can, or I have, can make this look a whole lot better. I want to actually get a different stone. I don't like this stone in here. I want something with more of a ridge. I don't think that looks half bad. I think it's the big main rock on the left. Yeah? Well, let's see. Maybe if I turn it. This side is really smooth, though. It doesn't have a whole lot of texture. See, if I had something, maybe if I prop it up on something, let's see. Kind of looks out of place. Actually, maybe this might work here. My guts and ideas. Nope. That's not quite working. Let's try like this maybe. Margaret! Oh, okay. Just want to make sure it sounded like something was like pouring, gushing water. I have snails in my tank with no fish yet. No food. Came in with plants. Yeah, most likely. They'll just eat the decaying plant matter as the plants adjust to your tank or whatever, and then eventually they'll die once there's no more really melting plants, or a significant amount of them will most likely die. I don't know, this rock is a bit... Well, actually... Here we go, I think I like this more. Let's see if we could build something like this. Let's angle the camera a bit better. There we go. How's that look? When am I going to have dwarf water lettuce back in stock? Very soon. Derek, you like that? I think that's nice, but the problem is this stone, it's really, like, while yeah, it's in there, you really have to, I probably have to put something behind it here. There we go. Boom, and then let's bury this a little bit to make it look a bit more natural. And boom, there you go. Maybe move these over a bit. Try and keep it the way I had it though. I like the right side. Left side seems to be fighting itself. Ah, there you go on the left. Yeah, now the left looks nice, right? Let's see. I need to buy more water lettuce because most of mine died. It was the first. Wait, it first was having issues from shipping, and then I got algae on it. I do not have algae on my other plants though. That could have been from lack of movement. You could probably clean off the algae by hand, and it would do better. I remember seeing a lot of someone else die, except for like 3 or 4 of them, but it eventually came back. Yeah. Good job, Daddy. Thank you. Yeah, I'm down to 4 plants, but they're still not doing well. If there's any green on them, usually they'll come back. Derek says, there you go. Definitely want to use that kind of rock on my planted tank. I'm working on now. Just got to find a good plant supplier. Well, Derek, I supply plants as well. If you actually go over to youtube.com/H2O plants, you could see the other perspective of me on the webcam, and you can see all my planted tanks that I'm growing plants in. So you can check out plants from there. And I know the site is a little lacking right now in stock, but I have plenty more coming in next week. So your dog wants something? No, she just knows that I'm talking, and she's like, wait, why are you talking? Why aren't you playing with me? But she's fine. She just gets like this. Like if I sit here and I'm quiet, she'll be fine. She'll go lay down. Like nothing's happening. So, what about rocks? Rocks. These rocks. This scape right here that you're looking at will actually be able to be purchased on the website. So this is going to go up as Hardscape 1. So if you look on the site, you'll be able to see it. I'm actually about to take pictures now. Because I need to take pictures of this. And let's see. So I'm going to get in here with my phone real quick. Take some nice photos. Okay, so now I have to see if this is going to fit in which box. So with the, what kind of rocks are those? These are called Ryu rocks. Are the stem plants almost ready? Sam's Fish, you can't see it. You could go to facebook.com/H2O plants, and you can actually look at the live feed from the Facebook perspective, which is directly on the tank, so you can see what's going on in the tank and watch me on camera. So just mute the one on Facebook and or the one on YouTube, whichever one, and you can get both perspectives. Let's see. Are the stem plants almost ready? I want stems. They are not almost ready. So I cleared out most of the algae. Things started to look good, and then I started having problems with my CO2. So there's actually going to be a video tomorrow explaining more about that. But basically, CO2 drained out really quickly. I don't know why. I couldn't get a steady flow. I just fixed my old regulator, and I turned that back in, or put that back on, and now I'm trying it again with that to see if the CO2 balances itself out. So I'm actually treating with Excel right now to try and clear up the algae that is growing in one of the tanks, to see if that will have an impact to help me eliminate it so I don't have to continuously clean it out by hand, and then hopefully the CO2 will steadily balance it out. So I want floating plants, Azolla, Frogbit, red root floaters, and Savinia. So Savinia, Frogbit, and red root floaters all have. My Azolla actually died. I'm going to have to order more. So John Williams, or actually, hold on, Josh, you asked, what kind of dog is that? She is a Beagle mix, probably a Beagle with a little bit of Whippet. But she just, right now, she's still being potty trained and stuff, so she's tied up right now to my desk so because she's not allowed to wander off on her own, she'll have an accident, and I'm trying to potty train her properly. She's 1.5 years old. She just needs to get retrained. So I'm working with her, and she's getting there. She's doing pretty well, but still, I got to make sure that she cannot wander about without being watched. How much for these rocks? Can buy now. How do you spell the rock name? So it's RYOUH. You will be able to buy them. It is not on the site just yet. It will most likely be on the site tonight or tomorrow morning, and you could buy this exact setup. I also have enough rocks to probably do 4 more setups, which we're going to continue to do. I'm just going to see what kind of box these all fit in now, but this is the scape. This will be rocks 01 on the website or 01, and I'm going to see if I can fit them in this box now. Which I can already tell probably not, but hopefully we'll get there. Let's see. So when you buy the rocks, if you go to buy the rocks, there's going to be a disclaimer there. Please do not buy plants with the rocks, because the rocks are going to have free shipping, and I cannot fit plants in with the rocks. So if you order plants in the same transaction with rocks, I'm going to have to message you, and if you're not over $50, you gotta pay for shipping. Alright, so here we go, all in one little box here, and I'm gonna weigh this to see what it comes out to be. We're at 9.9 pounds, so that, hey, what are you doing? So that is lot number 1. Let me grab my marker. Are you still planning on getting driftwood? Yes, I am actually going to be getting manzanita and spiderwood in very soon. I'm getting an iPhone. I'm gonna play you in pool all the time. Ryu Stones Dragon King. Do carpet plants like Monte Carlo grow on these rocks? They certainly could. There's enough little nooks and crannies. What I would say is tie it to it with fishing line or something, and it'll probably work. John says, Ryu rock? Yes, that is correct. How much CO2 should I distribute into my tank? Josh, that really depends on your tank size and the type of plants you have and or fish. It's hard to tell with everything. So this is Ryu. Hey, get down. Number 1. Okay. This is going to be 9.9 pounds. Alright, so there is box number 1. Alright, let's start with our next stone here. This, I have a feeling, will not fit in one of these boxes, so let me just start that off the bat right now. Let's see. Alright. Oh, it actually does. No, it doesn't fit. Okay, so that's going to have to go in a bit of a bigger box. That's alright, though. These rocks won't mess with the hardness of the water. They may mess with a little bit. Actually, I forgot to weigh this. As with anything, most things will affect some sort of pH or hardness. It really just comes down to test. Oh, damn, this is 4.5 pounds, this rock. So I'm not going to work with this just yet, because that's a pretty big rock. And that might have to be for a bigger package, and or I'm going to keep it for my 55-gallon. Because that's half the weight right there that I could really fit in one box. Alright, this one's 4.1, so that's a bit more, but at least I can fit that. So let's try this. You should do a package with both rocks and wood. So I want to. The problem is I can't ship them together, but I can probably do them together. But yeah, actually I'm gonna put the mother stone over here, or the father stone, whatever the hell they call it. Do something from the right. But yeah, once I get the wood in, I do want to do packages. I'll scape things. I'm also going to have dragonstone, so I'll scape everything together, kind of what I'm doing here, maybe even live stream it while I'm doing it, so we can collectively think of the best scape, and then put that up on the website with the wood. Of course, the shipping, though, there will be shipping on each item, because I can't ship the rocks with the wood without the rocks damaging the wood, most likely. If you're gonna use that huge rock, make sure it's the main focus of the scape. Yeah. What size are you scaping in? So I'm scaping in a 10-gallon tank. Typical 10-gallon Aqueon tank from Petco PetSmart. I don't see a contact page on your website. It should be down at the bottom. If you scroll all the way down at the bottom, on the left-hand side, there should be a little thing that has an email icon or like an envelope, and that should be it. Live auctions on the scape. We should do live auctions on the scape. That would be awesome. Nope, I don't like that. No. What did you have in mind?
Well, I already made myself dinner. I don't know what
Oh, what'd you have?
sausage and peppers.
Damn, and I don't even get an invite?
You eat sausages? I have.
No.
There's nothing vegetarian in here. So if you just want to put fucking lettuce and bread for you, I can do that.
I'm good right now. Thank you, though. Let's see. So that was what, 4.1 I think it was? I'm gonna get a lot of smaller bits with this one, and then we're gonna see how it looks with smaller rocks spread out. Let's see. So we're at 9 pounds on the dot. All right. So let's see. Actually, kind of like that more. I'll make you mac and cheese? Oh, that's so nice of you. The stone really doesn't fit there. Thank you for the hearts on Facebook, guys. I appreciate it. You know, they make it look easy. The professional scapers. For those of you joining on Facebook, because I see there's a lot more of you on Facebook than there is on YouTube, you can also watch the YouTube stream and see me on camera as well, and the fish tanks behind me. Just go to youtube.com/H2O Plants. Can I send you pics of my tank for advice and opinions? Sure. What kind of advice are you looking at? I was having a Corona the other night, and then and the Snapchat face filters were working on it, and it freaked me out. That's weird. With another pound. I'm kind of streaming right now. Just on the TV or on your phone too? Try on your phone. What? You just hit the thing that you would normally do for the Chromecast. It'll still connect. Alonzo says you should try some small rocks or rubble to make it look more natural. I will give that a try. I like how it looks. You like this? Let's see. How's about that? How's that look? College homework? Nah, I'd rather watch rocks. YouTube feed is way behind your Facebook feed. Oh, damn, is it really? You gonna put any fish in there? No fish is going in here. This is a escape for you guys to be able to purchase on the website. Ah, yes, the small rocks look nice. Alright, so the small rocks. Oh, honey. Hey, shush. Alright. Do you ever use EcoComplete? I do actually in my tanks. It's just not in this tank. I'm using just sand because it's easier for me to escape with. What? You want attention? I know you want attention. I use EcoComplete in my 55 though, and it works really nicely. Alright, so I think the small rocks make the scape and it looks a whole lot nicer. So what do you guys think? Is this a good one? I'm getting thumbs up. I don't know about this little stone right here. It's kind of off the beaten path. There we go. It's a bit better. Top job, Bob. What fish do you have? I have a community tank. Some neon tetras, some other types of tetras, a Siamese algae eater, electric blue rams. Okay, I need to get back to work, honey. Alright. It was a loner rock. That it was. Now it kind of looks a lot better and more natural. So let's do... MML, worst thing ever. My math lab. Hello. Hi from the UK. That looks awesome. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate it. Are you using root tubs? Well, in my other tanks, yeah. In this tank, no. This is just to do mock-ups. So I'm just doing mock-ups of the rocks for the website right now. Okay. Alright, so now this all goes in another box. This one right here. Let's see what we are at. So this will be rock number 2 on the website if you want to purchase it. It'll be up there later on tonight. And you can purchase all the rocks that you saw in it. This piece is going to give me a bit of a problem, I feel like. Let's see, can I get it? There we go. honey, watch out. You're in my way. I can't walk over you. Oh. Ashley, I've never seen one of these live. Exciting. Looks great. Well, thank you, Ashley. We have a couple more stone arrangements to get through, so stay tuning in. Alright, so this is 9.7 pounds. Okay, so this is going to be what I put on this Ryu. Number 2, 9.7. To do mock-ups for people with bigger tanks, are you going to do what Rachel O'Leary does with tape? Yeah, most likely I will tape it out on my table behind me here and figure out what their space is. And or once I eliminate the 55 and upgrade it to a 75, I'll have a 55 gallon tank to also do it in. Okay, I will see you next time. Alright, Petonics, I will see you later. Alright, so that's Ryu number 2 down. Arrange the stone real quick behind me here in a size order because I'm starting to run out of medium-sized stones and I have these really larger stones, so I want to use those. So those are my biggest stones right here. So let's see. I personally like this stone for myself, so I'm probably going to keep that. Let's see, though. Alright, let's go with... Let's try this one. We're going to make this the star of the show, or at least try to. So this is 4.5 pounds. Only one of each will be sold. Well, yeah, pretty much that that scape I can't recreate with any other rocks, so that's going to be the only one of its kind. If I could get this to stay like that. I just don't have enough sand, but alright, this brings us up to 7.5 pounds. Let's see what we can do with this. I have no idea what I'm watching. JQ troll. How long does Vesuvius sword usually take to send runners? It can take a while, but what I realized is when I had it, I actually don't have any anymore. I have to wait for my supplier to restock because the ones that I had died out. But it actually sent out a lot. Once it gets going with runners, you're going to have a ton of them. It just takes a little bit to get them to send out runners. But that's typical with most plants. Once they start sending out runners, then you're golden. If only I had just a little more sand. Come on. I need to go grab another bag of sand to really do this properly. I should get a 20-gallon long and do this with a 20-gallon long, but... Okay, so I'm going to use one of these stones just to help it stay propped up. There we go. And I just realized it's center. I want it slightly off center. So there we go. Sorry guys, I'm filling up my furnace because it's leaking and yeah. Oh, that looks nice, nice. So kind of like Dwarf's Edge, once it starts it doesn't stop. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I like this scape. What did I say we're at? 7.5? So I have a couple more stones I could probably place in there to get us to 10 pounds. So let's see. I really like this one. This one's nice. I think it needs a couple more smaller stones though. You just wasted 3 minutes of my life. I'm sorry, Mike. Okay, so this brings us up to 8. Let's see what we got here. That one actually has a little dried moss on it. Isn't it awkward when you delete a number and then they text you saying your name and you have to think about who it is? A few more boxes and you could build a fort for Hector. Actually, funny story. On the side of our house, I have a ton of boxes because we moved in. I didn't know what days were garbage day, right? So we talked to the neighbors. They told us Wednesday. So I'm like, okay, great. So, or what day recycling day was. So they told us, you know, Mondays and Fridays are garbage. And every other Wednesday is a different recycling. So one Wednesday it's glass and cans and plastics, and then the other Wednesday it's cardboard. So we've lived here now for 5 weeks, I think, or something like that. And James Frank says, "What is this?" It's a live scaping of rocks that you'll be able to purchase from my website, h2oplants.com. So we had a buildup of boxes on in our backyard, and we still have a buildup of boxes because I didn't know which Wednesday we were on, and nobody put out boxes. So I'm like, okay, well, it's got to be plastic and cans day, and we didn't really have any. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, I'll wait till next week. And then next week rolls around, and no, next week is plastic and bottles, plastic bottles and glass and all that. So then the following week was today, actually. And I put out a bunch of boxes, but we still have like a ton more to get out. I just didn't want to overload it because if you put too many out, sometimes they get pissed off and they don't take them. So, Anju says nice, thank you. So, I think these rocks are just a little too close here. I'm going to move those over. Bury them a little with some sand here. There we go. like that a bit more. Yes. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I think that's a very nice scape. So my pipes are going to start to bang shortly, and I apologize for that, but that's just my steam system. I still have to get the them fixed because the pipes aren't fixed yet. Okay. How will you be selling them? Well, basically, the package that you see right now in front of you, this will be lot 3, so the other 2 ones that we've set up are lot 1 and 2, so you'll be able to just go on there. You'll see the photographs of lot 1, lot 2, lot 3, or whatever, and you'll be able to purchase whichever one you want. And basically unboxing these up right from here, so as soon as I take these out, they go in a box, and that's that. There's no extra stones, nothing. I don't take anything out, and there you go. Make Jake remember them. Well, see, in New York we had it where every I think it was every Tuesday was recycling. So you put out cans, bottles, in cardboard. New Jersey is a bit different. So now this one I don't believe is going to fit in one of these small boxes, but let's see if I can get it too. Let's start with this big baby. Can we get it? Not quite. Nope. So this is gonna have to go in a different box. I forget what the shipping rates are. Let me check those out. I'm just drinking Coca-Cola right now, for those of you asking. Even though I shouldn't be, but it's the only thing we have to drink in the house other than water, and I don't feel like drinking water right now. So now I'm just going to look up to see what's the cheaper way of shipping. Let's see. New order. Shoot, I need a zip code in San Francisco. Let's Google an address. Just choose right here. What address is this? What address is this? What is this? Okay. Copy. Paste. What's the zip code here? There we go. Just remember, kids, no underage drinking. That's right. Okay, so now I have this. Let's see. We're gonna do this. Is what did I say? 9 pounds? 8.5, something like that. Let's just go with 8 pounds. cents. Okay, so that's $10 shipping. If I do this, oh wait, no, hold on. What is this? That's $8 shipping, but that's not gonna fit in that box. That's $10. Let's see what this is. Still $10. Let's see. Let's do 10. Okay, so we'll do a actually, will it be cheaper the other way? Maybe it'd be cheaper the other way. Hold on. Let's do 10. 12. 12. 7. Nope. What if it's 8 pounds? Oh, holy crap. 8 pounds. Nope. Alright, so it's cheaper to do it in this box. Alright, so I got the other box that I used to ship. And this will actually fit in. What is your favorite dark green stem plant? I got quite a few. I mean, I guess one of the ones I really like is water wisteria, just because it gets so bushy and it looks really nice, as long as you keep it trimmed. Alright, so now I got the right box here. Okay, so this can fit in that box just like that. There you go. Let's see what this comes out to be. 8.4. What about another one, like a more difficult one to keep? More difficult one. I like the, well, it's not really dark green. They're more of a lighter green. The Toniana Flutanas. Those look really nice. Did you fart? I think she farted. Okay, so that's Ryu Stone. Looks empty. We're going to be putting more rocks in it very shortly, Jay. Hold on. I'm looking into scaping an 8-gallon nano cube. I currently have no ideas. Yeah. You going to auction this Sunday? Probably not. Okay, so let's see here. How much is this? 2.6. was that? 2.6. This is 2.2. Yes, a live stream from H2O Plants. Got to get my aquatic plant fix. And thanks, Frank. No, I don't like these flat edges on these. What kind of sand are you using? This is actually National Geographic white sand from Petco. Nope, this one doesn't quite. Are you going to put any fish in the tank? So, no, Michelle, these are just mock-ups for actually my website that you can purchase the stone from. I'm actually almost out of battery. This is not good. Oh no. I might run out of battery. Oops. So you would be able to buy this stone formation off the website. What rocks are those? These are called Ryu stone. Honey, it's okay. It's okay. Gotta love MFK. Those guys have all the information. Best farm and still a lot of active members. I might have bought a filter off Jay. So many active members. Nice. I'm sorry about my pipes too. That's my steam pipes. Get a paintbrush for the same. Yeah, I need one. Fortunately, I don't have one. I have people coming this week though to check out the steam pipes. See what's going on with them. What up? What up, Daniel? kind of like this. I don't know, it's a little bit different. It's Jake banging on those pipes. What up? No, leave the flat rock and put little stones around. Yeah? Make it look like the middle rock exploded out with a bunch of smaller stones. That's actually not a bad idea. Is this the flat one I was using? Put it up like that. I thought Sophia was tied up and she was trying to get out the banging. Sorry. And now a smaller one in the front. I think the one I just placed there might be good. Let's see. What do you guys think about that? Let's see. Can't see what he's doing. You could go to facebook.com/H2O Plants and you could actually see the tank on the live stream there. And if you're on Facebook, you could go to youtube.com/H2O Plants and see it there. Oh, G-Bear, you don't have Facebook? I will, I'll see if Nate can maybe mash these two up into a video together and do it like that. However, the Facebook is about to go down on me. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but this one reminds me of the sorting hat from Harry Potter. Yeah, it kind of does. The left, as we are looking at it, isn't quite balanced out, but not bad. Yeah, the left is missing something. Let's see. Oh, I'm about to run out of battery on Facebook. Damn it. Is this like a live chat? It is, but it's gonna go down. Alright, guys on Facebook. I'm gonna have to bring down the stream and set it back up, but do like the page and check it out. I will be right back. Hopefully it doesn't crash my phone before I have a chance to save it. Boom. And now... Damn. Can I don't think I could take pictures while I'm live streaming. Can I? Damn it. I need another iPhone. Let's see. Okay, let's try this now from here. I guess I'm just gonna have to take photos with my Nexus. It's not gonna look as good, but Steal Margaret's phone to take pictures. I should. Alright, so now we're back on Facebook. Still working on this one. Maybe this is the missing piece. Let me move these little ones. Honey, relax. I have arrived. Welcome, Jasmine. Still don't like it. Maybe something like this. Poor honey just wants a hug. No, she's just like, why are you talking and not paying attention to me? Hi again. I need to buy some more wood stone for my tank soon. Okay, nice, Jason. Pretty soon I'll have wood as well. Right now I'll have the stone that you're looking at, as well as the other stone that if you were on the previous stream, you might have saw. I'm just trying to get this layout right. Hey, no. Don't knock that over. Bad dog. Oh, I'm just trying to get this left side to look right now. I'm not liking it. Oh, honey, really? She's like, fine. I'm just gonna knock over your camera and walk away. No, that actually... I don't know. It's lacking. Maybe I need to turn this. Maybe if I turn it... Oh, actually, this might work. Put that up like that. Prop that up like that. Maybe put that like that. That there. That there. If I had. I don't know. I need some feedback. How are we looking now? I don't know. I'm so confused. Jasmine, oh, because you just joined. If you go onto Facebook, you can actually see the tank that I'm scaping these mock-up scapes of and boxing them up for people to purchase. Not like in the last rock you put. Okay, so let's remove that rock. How does it look without that rock? Better? You like it? Okay, so do we think that this is a final design? Is this it? looks great. Crash an X-Wing on it. Alright, everybody likes this one. Time for bed. It's 1:45 a.m. here. Jeez, Jason. Well, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Alright, so this one is good. I can't take photos on that phone. Let's see if I could take photos on this phone. They're not going to be nearly as good as the iPhone, but we'll just have to do. No, not with the flash on, flash off. There we go. Okay. So now, let's put these in a box. iPhones. You know what, Tyler? I was always against iPhones. I'm an Android person myself, but I have to say, if I wasn't running a business that was so heavily focused on social media, it probably wouldn't matter to me. But iPhones, I gotta say, have a better camera than my Nexus does, and it gets better updates on social media than the Android does. And I know that's not really like Android's fault. It's, you know, the developer's fault, but still, it really sucks. And the iPhone's battery is better than my Nexus is. With that said, my Nexus is obviously a lot older compared to the iPhone, but yeah. Give us YouTubers a look. I'm sorry, G-Bear. All the photos will be up on the website tonight, and if you have Instagram, they'll be up on Instagram as well. But I'll have Nate probably go back there and splice these two streams together. Okay, so this one is 7.7 pounds. Ryu 4. This is 7.7 pounds. Okay. Okay, so I may be able to get 2 escapes out of what I have left, but we'll see. I'll take one of those boxes as a starter kit. I'll be in the area Friday afternoon or Saturday morning. How much are those boxes? The boxes of rocks or just the boxes themselves? At least the weed scale came in handy. Yes, it did. Alright. So I have this huge rock right here. That's a big stone. I also have this huge rock right here. So let's see what we can do. I kind of want to save this other one for myself. I really like it. It's bad to use your own products, but yes. And so the boxes with the rocks, it's gonna range anywhere between probably $5 and $6 a pound. So if it's a 10-pound container, figure probably about $60 shipped, maybe slightly more. I have to really see. See what goes on there, but probably about $6 a pound. That's including shipping, so you're not paying for shipping, it's already included in the price. So that's actually kind of nice, because I compared the prices. A lot of people are at like $5 a pound, but then charge like $12 for shipping, or $15 for shipping, or $22 for shipping. So theirs actually works out to be more, and mine is slightly less, along with all the discounts that I do offer that's out there. Which substrate are you using? I am using just, this is National Geographic white sand right now. And it's just easy for me to scape with because it's, you know, sand, and it has a nice color contrast with the stone, I think. Tyler says, I work for Verizon, getting my Galaxy S8 tomorrow, or Plus 8 tomorrow. Its camera completely competes fairly well against the iPhone, Google Pixel as well. See, I was gonna get a Google Pixel because I'm a huge Android fanboy, but they ruined it by raising the price so much on it. Like, I have the Nexus 6P that was affordable. Then they came out with the Pixel, and I'm like, why am I gonna pay $900 for this phone? I didn't like it. So I bought an iPhone for $600. But I actually do have to change out the iPhone that I have because it's only 32 gigabytes, and the 128 gigs is what I really need. That's some really nice rocks, so you will be able to buy a what you see is what you get. Yeah, so everything that I'm scaping now that you can see is basically the setup. So it goes in the box, and boom, that's it. So that's why I'm kind of doing this. One, I'm not a good scaper, so having you guys to help judge what it looks like helps because it makes it more appealing. People might want to buy it more. And two, it just I find this entertaining. So when I get more rocks and or driftwood in, I will do the same thing. So let's see. I don't think this rock quite goes with what I have left, but I do have a lot of nice pieces that kind of go together fairly well. Like all these pieces that I'm putting over here to the side all have similar structures to them, which make them look really good. So I want to see if I could do something with this. Maybe. That flat side is a little too harsh there, I think. Let's kind of do this like this, and let's see what we can do. I'm going to use this flat edge to develop more character here. Ryan asked, Dragonstone? No, this is called Ryu Stone. It is another aquascaping stone, very similar to Serio Stone, but a little bit different. I wish I worked at Verizon. I wanted an S8, but didn't want to pay $30 a month. Damn, $30 a month. I'm looking to do this for my 40 breeders, so do you think a 10-pound box would be a good amount to order? So, Ryan, right now I'm scaping in a 10-gallon tank. So while the scapes that I'm making, obviously you could change it around. You don't have to set it up exactly how I want to. Typically, the 10 pounds is going to be roughly good enough, I would say, probably up to a 20-gallon. You may want to order extra stone, and I know that gets expensive, but honestly, if you want to have good proportions and you're really doing a professional scape, it would make sense to order at least 20 pounds or so, or at least 2 scapes so you could play around with it and really get it the way you want it. Hear that guy, he needs the 128. Did you get driftwood in? Because the only store around here that's up with decent driftwood right now is Battle Sand, and he's a thief. I don't have driftwood just yet, but I will be having driftwood coming in very soon. So that is something that will be on the site probably within the next month. My supplier, when I ordered the rocks, I thought he had driftwood, but he actually ran out because he did a huge wholesale order. So I got kind of out of luck with that. So I don't like this stone anymore. Right here, let's see if... I don't know if I really like that either. I think I might scrap that big stone and do this more for a nano tank than a larger tank. Yeah, I think I'm scrapping this big rock. I don't like it. I will save it for something else. Let's just try the big rock that I really like here. Ooh, this guy is heavy. Let's move this. People charge $5 per pound for rocks. Roughly, there's rocks. Different styles of rocks go for slightly more, slightly less, but around $5 is the going rate for most rocks. But that's not including shipping. So when you factor in shipping, some places want to charge a whole lot for shipping. Some places build it into the cost, so they may charge $5.50 a pound. Most people just do it per pound, and it's random. When you have people that scape it out like this is actually worth slightly more, obviously, because I'm taking the time to handpick the stone, develop a scape, and so you see exactly what you're getting. Make it look like Thor's shattered hammer. It's actually not a bad idea. Can't wait for Thor Ragnarok. That movie is going to be awesome. LRB Aquatics, what's up? How's it going? Did you see the video a few months ago with Rachel Larry ordered 1,800 pounds of rocks and only got 800, and UPS tossed it on her driveway and broke all the boxes? Yeah, I saw that. That was messed up. It really was. Yeah, that was half her order. UPS rep responded to that video. So let's see. So I guess this is going to be a nano. Nano build here. See, I would like to do I wish I had long, do I have longer pieces? I really don't. So my new bonsai wood has a biofilm on it. Will that hurt the boost when I put it on it? No, it shouldn't. The biofilm is just bacteria that'll eventually go away, most likely. Most things have biofilm on it. At least you get a shout out in the fish form. It won't hurt it directly, but it will suffocate the stuff it grows over the rhizome. Alright. has an ideas. Let's make this a bit bigger here. No, I need this. This side's lacking. I'm gonna show up this weekend and steal some booze. Sure, Jake. Whatever you want, Jake. Whatever you want. No, hold on. This is not... I don't know. This one's not really speaking to me. Don't know what to do. Well, bring Honey to visit when you come steal my boost. Now your boost nasty, I don't want it. My boost used to be Justin's boost though. And now it became your boost and it's nasty. I actually like this a little bit. Let's see what we got going on here. Maybe we can make this work. think I'm adding too many stones, but this is kind of small. I mean, there's not a whole lot here. That one doesn't quite work out. I don't know. I need help. I don't know about this. I wish I had like longer pieces. I want to kind of make like something that looks like it's like reaching out at you, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do here, but it's not like working with me. I don't know. It's not quite working with me. Let's see if I shift the whole thing. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna lay down another stone here underneath, and hopefully that'll help me get a better angle. The left side overpowers the right, yeah. Well, let's see. I'm just gonna bury the stone a little bit. I'm gonna use this to arch my stones off of, maybe. Let's see. If you had one big long piece, you could keep all those rocks sideways and put a long one behind the middle facing towards the left. Rock Tetris. That it is. let's see. I'm just gonna keep stacking stone until I get it the way I want it. See, if I had like lava rock to help hold like elevate it more, it might work nice, but I don't have lava rock to do this with. So right now I'm just gonna build it out of what I got. I almost like this. I just need something to keep that propped up with. Like the original way you had it, the two piles of rocks, one on the left and one on the right, both pointing to the left. Yeah. I spent 3 hours working on mine, and I only used 4 stones. So Jake says I should have them pointing to the left. So we're gonna rotate it then, and we'll keep everything pointing to the left. Let's see what happens here. And if I mean, actually this is gonna go right here. And that is going to... Alright, I think we're getting somewhere now. I kind of like this. Okay. So let's see. Let's backfill this a little bit. Kind of spruce up the edges. I actually really like this one. In Escape, it's better to have all the stones facing one way, so it's not conflicting with each other. True. Liking the Lion King theme. Yeah, right? Like, I kind of had that in my mind, and then I'm like, oh, this might work. I don't, you know what? Actually, I think I want to combine them. I think I want to just do one massive rock mass. What do you think? Jen, where's Margaret? She is upstairs watching Netflix, probably, and waiting for me to join her, which I'm almost done. This is going to be the last rock formation that we finish here, because that'll make 5 boxes. That's what I wanted to do. I'm going to keep a little extra stone for myself, and I'll order more once all this stuff gets sold. But how are we liking the Escape? I think I kind of want to push everything together now and make one massive rock mass, I think. Like, pretty much keep the left side the way it is, but just put more rocks around it, maybe raise it up slightly. Later, LRB. Jake, you deleted her message. I saw that. She said to try it. Okay, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. If not, I remember how I put this, so I could always go back to it. Let's remove these. Okay, let's put this here. I want to stack this. Stack that. Gonna stack that. Okay, so now we're gonna build on top of this. I'm gonna fill it in with a bit more sand though. There we go. Alright, so now, was this rock even part of it? I don't think that rock was part of it. Let's see. This rock was. place that. Boom. Right like that. Or should I? Maybe the stone is too much for the front. Let's put it in the back. Ah, yes, yes, yes. I think I got something going on here. Alright, so that's gonna sit like that, right? She didn't say anything. I can't even see the message was or are being deleted, so I'm just totally lost here. Mod is PA. Kind of want this rock to sit in here differently. There we go. Maybe like that. A bit better. See, this rock is more plain. I think I want it back here. Joe likes the Lion King look. Carmonite, am I saying that wrong? Says, how's the new dog doing? Doing alright. She's had a couple accidents since last time we spoke, and now she's getting up. And she wound up breaking out of her cage, so I wound up getting her a new one. Don't go telling us what you do with your dog. No, she's fine. She just wants love. Something is off about this scape, and it's like throwing me off, and I think it might be the angle. That rock doesn't help it. Yeah, the pointy rock gets lost at the angle, right? It needs to be like... I think it needs to be like further. Honey, relax. I know. Honey, relax. Rock and back of pointy one blocking the effect. So this one? Or this one? Or both of them? Because I feel like it might be both of them. What if I did it like... Let's cram that first one. So let's remove this one. Let me see if I can get this. Let's move all these out of the way. Let's start with this. We're going to start with the smallest stone first. Okay. So now that we have that, let's work on bury it more. Oh yeah, I just a fish guy totally just made a good point. I could have overlaid the Facebook stream onto the YouTube stream as well. So that is a good point. I could have done that. I'm not gonna do it now because I might mess stuff up, but next time, and there will be a next time because I will have more rocks most likely. So we will try it yet again. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm liking this. Liking that. Let me remove this other stone from here. What are we thinking about this? Kind of feel like it's missing a little something, like it needs a little extra. Try some small rocks at the bottom. Maybe I should see if I can get I say it needs a little height in the back. Too symmetrical at the bottom. Okay. Almost half circle. What's up, John? How's it going? A small rock on the right side to balance it out. How about that? Catch me outside, how about that? I kind of like this one. Oop. I think this one looks really nice. I think though that it's missing maybe one right back here, but I just don't know if I have something that will fill it in. Or is that too much? Or maybe if I... Maybe something... There's got to be something that ties it in. I don't know. It's not quite looking right. I feel like maybe I should just build this up a little bit more back here. Just to draw it out just a little bit. Maybe something like that. Looks good, love it. Only certain people can see it. It's on Facebook, John. You could go on to facebook.com/H2O Plants, and you could see the tank on the live stream there. So. And next time I do this, I will use a Fish Guy's recommendation to have it on YouTube. I can do picture-in-picture, kind of like what I'm doing with the chat on the side. So I actually take the same stream from Facebook and put it there. I still feel like there's something missing, but I'm not a pro. Jasmine says, I like it before. So you like it without these two rocks. I almost feel that this rock shouldn't be pointing this way. I feel like it should be pointing, or, well, it should be pointing this way, but maybe it should be further back. I have no more substrate, otherwise I would add more. That last rock should go and use first one in sand and it away. Maybe if you created a pathway between the two sides. So how did I have this? I had this like this, I think, right? So maybe... a small one to void on the right side. Let's see. No, I meant I liked it with the two rocks the first way you had them before you put the one behind the other. Once the plants are in, I'm sure it will look fab. Yeah, well, this is just for somebody to buy it. I want to, you know, make it nice and presentable, and see what they like. take that big one out you just put. So let's go with rock number 1 right here. So this rock. So rock number 1, rock number 2, rock number 3 is this one in the sand, and rock number 4. Which one should come out? Number 1. So take rock number 1 out. So rock number 1's out. Bring the rocks in front. So should this maybe come more like over here? Or more like... kind of like I feel like I need like one taller rock for right here. And then that would make it. But I don't think this might go with it. You know what? I could probably prop this up though. If I place this here and prop that up. Ooh, I kind of like where this is going. Hold on. I'm going to place a little bit of a taller one back here. So let's place this big one. Boom, like that. And then I could still use a little more. Nope, I need something that's not going to be noticeable. You'll be here all night. Everybody has an opinion. That they do, but I value other people. There we go. I like this one. What do you guys think? No, hold on. It's too center. I need to like... Yeah, don't change a thing. You guys like it? Rock number 1 goes back and take out the sand. The one in the sand is bugging me for some reason. Which one? This one? Or this one? Don't change a thing. I feel like that middle one's too center, but whoever gets this, I mean, to recreate this, honestly, nobody's going to recreate this exactly how I have it unless they go back and watch the video and see which rock I place where, but I mean, it looks good. Looks very good. You're working in 3s, so it's balanced, since odd numbers always look more pleasing to the eye. First one you pulled out. So you think that? Or that. I wish like I had one bigger rock for like right here, but the tank's too shallow anyway. But I think this scape works. Maybe even moving these in a bit. Works. And now it kind of looks a little more cohesive. Yeah, I really like this one. This one, I think this one out of all of them is by far my favorite, I think. Just because it really does look like the Lion King. Like here's little freaking Simba's, you know. Oh, I should take Honey right now and hold her up like this. Oh. Yes. What size tank? It's a 10-gallon tank. So obviously this is for, it's a Pride Rock. It is. So this is for much smaller, you know, a much smaller size tank. I wouldn't recommend this package for anything bigger than a 10-gallon. It's probably just the right size for a 10-gallon. And then, you know, if I was to keep this and do it, I would just carpet something around here, probably like Monte Carlo or something that's really small, and just maybe some big tree-like plants in the back here, and boom, there you go. You created a jungle, and it looks like freaking Lion King. Obviously, somebody with more substrate could build this up a bit more and maybe make it look a little bit better. But yeah, I like it. I think it's simulating a mountain very well. I just don't like this rock right here. Is like, it looks like it's smack dab in the middle of the tank, and I feel like that's too perfect. Like in nature, it should be maybe like that, slightly tilted. There we go. Can you PM me? I'd like to buy some of those smaller stones for my nano tank. Well, these stones are going to be in a package, the ones here. But if you want some of the other ones that I have, you could feel free to message me. I have a couple extra here, but if these all sell, like I think they'll sell, I mean, I'm sure they will, I will order more. Move it down a step. So what? So like right there? But if anything, you could just message me, H2O Plants. Oh yeah, that's actually, I would say rotate this whole thing, but from this angle, like this whole thing just needs to tilt slightly more this way, and then you would have this nice ridge right here. Damn, to tilt this though, to turn this slightly is going to be a pain, but I feel like I should still do it. Let's see, maybe I can... Yeah, I don't want to mess it up. I'll mess it up if I try to turn it. But I actually think that that looks very nice right there. Right like that. Lion King much better from this angle, yeah. Yeah, it just needs to be rotated, like, just ever so slightly, so this stone is facing more towards the corner. Right now that stone is facing that way. If it was facing this way to that corner, and I was able to rotate, let's see, maybe I can do it. I just don't want to mess it up. I'm just gonna try and rotate this ever so much. Boom. Let's cover that back up. Boom. There we go. That's nice. How much for the rock package? So the rock is going to be anywhere between $5 and $6 a pound. Maybe $6.50 a pound. It really depends on shipping. It's going to be an all-in-one price, so whatever it is, that's including shipping, so you won't have to pay shipping on these. It's already going to be included. That's just because the shipping per package is going to vary, so I can't do like a $8 flat rate shipping for it because some don't fit in the same box. It all varies because of the bigger stones. Yes, absolutely perfect. All right, so I take it that the consensus I can't say this word, consensus, is that this is the right thing right there. I like it. Looks very nice. A little sand needed here to fill that in. Boom. Just kind of cover up. The trick is you cover up some of these ridges so it doesn't look like, so it looks like the rocks are literally jutting out of the sand rather than placed in the sand. And that helps keep everything more cohesive. And yeah. Alright, so that's that one. That's about it, because I don't have, I mean, I have a couple pieces left, but not enough to really make a scape out of it. I can't see it. Oh, the Bearded Fish Keeper. You could go to H2O Plants, or go to youtube.com/H2O Plants. You could actually check out the other live stream from my phone that actually shows the scape. So you can head over there and check it out. I will leave this here for another minute while I photograph it. Let me just fill in these blank spots with boom. There we go. Now this one is looking mighty pretty. Alright guys, so let's box this one up. And that will be that. When I get in the other hardscape material like dragonstone and wood, we'll do this again and really create some cool little escapes. Alright, so for all those that are enjoying the scape, take one last good look at it, because this will probably be the last time it's ever assembled this way. I hope you enjoy it. It's mighty nice. Alright, time to throw it in the box here. That's it on that one. Let's see how much this weighs. Oh, perfect. This is only 5 pounds. Are you going to be selling them as package only, or can you buy rocks individually? Well, rocks individually, how? Like, you know, this piece right here for whatever amount? Or like, are you talking about like just per pound? You say you want, you know, 5 pounds, and I give you 5 pounds of rock. Number 5. This is going to be 5 pounds. Like per pound. Yeah, I could do it at per pound price. The problem is this, I mean, like right now, if somebody ordered 5 pounds of rocks, I mean, this I have for 4.5 pounds, this big rock, and then the rest of it is really small. So I have to order more. I just want to see what the rock, like if these move, if all these sell out within the next day or two, then I'll order more. You know, if they don't sell out for a week, I'm not going to order more until they do, and then I probably won't order more, like a lot, but we'll see. Off topic, but how long would you say Eco-Complete lasts before you have you need root tips? I would say it's probably going to last a good year or so, but areas where plants are heavier root feeders, so like anything with swords or crypts, I'd put a tab there probably after about 6 months, and that'll probably help out. But alrighty, so that I think is gonna wrap up this stream here. Before I go, I want to give you guys a little something something. Let's do... log into the website real quick. I'm going to create a discount code. If my computer wants to work. Should have waited to order boost. Would you be able to take any substrate out, put it in the bucket, add fertilizer to it, and refertilize the substrate? I don't... it might. It depends on if it's a porous substrate. So I'm gonna do... Okay, so the code is going to be, here you go. The code actually is not for boost. It's actually going to be for the rocks. So I'm going to give 2 people, well, I'm not going to give, I'm going to tell you the code, and then the first 2 people to use the code get to use it, and it's going to be off the rocks. So when the rocks go live, all you got to do is enter 5 off rocks. So the number 5, OFF, rocks, 5 off rocks. And that'll save you $5 off any of the rock packages that you saw here today. So just stay on the lookout. The rocks will probably go up either this later on tonight or tomorrow morning, and you'll be able to purchase them for $5 off. So there you go. But it's only going to be on rocks, not on plants or anything like that. But also look at the boost. Boost is in stock, and make sure buy some boost because there's a lot there. It's pretty good stuff. And it's gonna go quick. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? But anyway, that's where I'm gonna leave the stream at, guys. I want to thank you for hanging out, and I will see you guys on Sunday. Hopefully, I'll have a couple more videos. Been slacking a little bit. I apologize. So. Later. No, you're not, Jake. You're not gonna make a boost discount code. I'll beat you up.